All right, another night of activity around the holes in the backyard. Except last night's activity was a little different. We had a family of deer show up. Now, the previous two nights, there really wasn't much going on, and that's why I didn't upload any videos. The armadillo was out and about, and the fox was out and about, but they were just doing their usual things, you know. Nothing terribly different from the prior videos that I had shown. But tonight, or last night rather, the deer were out here in full force, and they seemed to really dig the area. They seem to feel very comfortable hanging out here for a while. Normally during the day when I observe the deer moving around, they're a bit more getting to where they're trying to get to, or if they do stop somewhere, it's just very briefly. They don't just hang out, not like this. So here they're very comfortable. There's a lot of privet to eat, which is great. I'd rather them hang out here all night long and eat all this privet that they want and not elsewhere in my yard eating the stuff that I don't want them to eat. But when they check out the holes and, something was down there, startled them off. And of course they got to check out my camera, see what's going on with this. But yeah, just a whole bunch of deer eating a whole bunch of privet. And I actually didn't even include all of the deer clips, and I shortened a lot of them up because it really was that much. And then you see the armadillo showing back up when the deer are out of the way. And then another little curious fellow shows up here, and at first I just thought, oh, it's just a little armadillo. But I was like, I don't think that's an armadillo. That looks like a naked armadillo. That's a possum. So yeah, so now we've got a possum showing up. Same night we got the deer showing up. But of course the possum's more inquisitive and he's more interested in these holes than the deer are. So now maybe he's going to get in on this action. And then the deer show back up. So it's quite a little hotbed of activity around this particular spot in the yard. And I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, I guess it's just one of those ideal locations where the yard meets the wood line and there's a lot of overhanging low limbs and brushy stuff for animals to inhabit and eat on. And then it's also not far from the edge of the lake. There's also a little topographical difference, so they can kind of tuck in and feel protected, but also have a little elevation and better sight line. I guess that's what's going on. I guess that's why this little area is so active with things. And then of course the party's starting to wind down for the night. Now the armadillo's having to clean up after everybody, gather up his leaves, get his house back in order, that kind of thing. So yeah, it was just that kind of a night. A little bit more exciting. A few other animals showing up. And all the stuff you see, by the way, blowing around, aside from the rain, it's not just bugs. It's really mostly a lot of tree pollen and tree crap coming off of everything for the season. So, but we did get a little bit of rain last night, which was good. So yeah, so I'll keep on posting things as they come up and we have interesting nights. I won't bother with evenings that don't have all that much going on, like I skipped the other couple nights because, like I said, it really wasn't anything new or anything terribly different. But when there's a lot of activity like this, I'm definitely gonna put a little compilation video together to show off what's going on. So, because it is a little busybody of an area. So, anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this one. Thanks.